feel like we're on Comedians in Cars getting coffee.
We're on wannabe Comedians in Cars getting coffee. Look at that right there.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know who that person is?
Nope. It's a Diablo.
It is a Diablo.
They've repainted it more than once. Yeah. So,
I feel like knocking on the door and just like, hey, do we know you?
What's happening, party people? Welcome to our Sunday Fun Day adventure today. We are going to be heading down to San Diego for the DRIVEWAYCON that Devon Devereaux is putting together. And this DRIVEWAYCON is something that this is the second time he's doing it. The first time he did it was a raging success, and he did the first one in replacement of Comic-Con, since we are in this kind of weird situation with the quarantines and events and public gatherings, you know, being limited. So he's doing this DRIVEWAYCON today in his backyard. And the way it works is you get a reservation so that it's not overcrowded, and there's going to be vendors, and I think he's doing a haunt. So I'm looking forward to that. Although we're going down during the day, I don't know if he's going to do the haunt during the day.
I think so.
So we're going to find out. But we're on our way down there now. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing turns out. And we're going to take you along with us. All right, so let's go. All right, we have arrived to Devon Devereaux's DRIVEWAYCON. Look at this thing. That thing's creepy. Looks like there's someone in there, actually. Okay, I'm gonna walk away from this because I don't know if there's someone is actually in there. Hello, Devon.
Hey, what's going on, Adrian? How you doing, man?
I'm good, thanks. I love this DRIVEWAYCON. Earlier I was telling our audience that you are doing this unique event in your backyard.
Yes. So when San Diego Comic-Con got canceled, it was kind of the writing was on the wall that pretty much all the conventions for the immediate future were going to be over. And that was kind of like the big one we were waiting on. And I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to do DRIVEWAYCON, and I'm going to set up my Comic-Con booth in my driveway. And I'm just gonna have my own little, you know, silly, and it kind of started as a joke where I was gonna do some online sales and, you know, maybe do a couple of virtual panels on YouTube. But then, you know, Sada from Sweet Siren, she said, well, hey, I want to come down to Bend. And
yeah.
Then, you know, I talked to my, you know, friend Ashley from Bulk Theater Design, and so a lot of people, once they saw me start to post about it, they're like, well, we actually want to come. So we ended up, you know, having about 7 vendors in the driveway out front, in the front of the house. And then it ended up being really well. Like, it ended up being, we did sales-wise, we did almost like what we do like a Monster Palooza or a Tiki Oasis show.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I set up an Eventbrite page. So we were like really limited free tickets, first come, first serve. And then, yeah, so it ended up being a big hit. And we immediately started talking about what are we going to do? Because there's not going to be Monster Palooza. You know, we have a lot of friends that are monster makers and horror artists. So, you know, Halloween's my favorite time of the year. So we immediately started planning to do this show. And so yeah, in the evenings, I have my own YouTube channel that I've been interviewing different, you know, different guests, you know, filmmakers, Imagineers, musicians, and
very nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of evolving into something, you know, totally different, but it all started as a joke.
So we're going to put Devon's YouTube address in the description below, so you guys can see that. I want to start by talking about the clown on the driveway.
Okay.
Because that clown,
he's pretty creepy. So actually,
it looks like there's someone in it.
Yeah, it's frightening. It's very uncanny, and actually, you know, he used to wave like this,
Oh, did he?
but his arm broke.
Oh.
So now it's kind of just like this sad kind of wave, but it makes it much scarier, I think.
Right,
but, like,
right.
It's like this broken, moving clown.
Oh my
arm.
God.
And I've had it for a couple years, so it's really creaky now. So
Oh
you can
my
kinda
God.
hear it all creaking. So yeah, terrifying.
Oh man.
Wally waver.
Well, let me start by saying that I appreciate you inviting me.
Of course.
So thank you for inviting me. We're gonna go for a walk and see all the vendors and everything that's here.
All right, thank you, Adrian.
Awesome, awesome.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we are here with our friend Sarah. Tell us about your art and about the stuff that you've got here for DRIVEWAYCON.
Okay, well, I make a lot of jewelry, I make a lot of pins, I have a whole line of t-shirts and tote bags, and then I recently started getting into making little planters, and they're tiki cocktail planters, so they're all faux plants, and they are also meant to look like cocktails. So I did little Halloween editions. I have like my little mermaidy ones with lounge loot, little cocktail umbrellas, and then the Halloween ones are all meant to look like spooky, cute little creepy, drinks. And I have this punch bowl too. Everything's made by hand. And then I've got all the handmade jewelry. I've got patches. So my theme is very spooky nautical, if you can tell.
I love it.
Yeah, my name is Sean Hemek. By day I work as a commercial graphic designer.
Okay.
But on my downtime I like to do just straight like pen and ink on paper.
Very
and
nice.
just have at it. It's
Very
always
nice.
been just kind of a fun thing for
Do
me.
you have a website or social media that we can send people to if they'd like to see more of your work
I
or
do,
purchase
yeah.
some of your art?
You can go to my website, which is just SeanHemak.com. That's
Okay.
SeanHemak.com.
Very nice. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Okay, folks, we are at my buddy Matt Reese's booth. You might recognize that. Gonzville. And the man of the hour.
Of the hour. All
Of
right.
the hour.
He's
Of
not
the
talking to anybody else.
of the minute. Of the of the next 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Fair enough.
Our friend Matt Reese. Aloha, Matt.
Aloha. How do?
Talk to us about your art.
What would you like to know?
Well,
Ah.
tell us about how you got started, who you're influenced by,
Ooh.
what you like to make the most, your
Wow.
favorite medium. You asked.
All right, I did ask. All right. Got started as a kid drawing out of the comic books. In the 80s, moved on to the punk rock scene and started drawing flyers for shows, painting leather jackets. Influences were mostly horror films, Mad Magazine. All the standard sort of subversive stuff. As I got older, I started getting more and more into hot rod culture, Big Daddy Roth. Still stuck with the Bernie Wrightson, Jack Davis, horror world, EC Comics. And that's kind of where I've landed. I'm sort of stuck in this between tiki, escapism, and horror, and beatnik, and hot rod.
What is your
My favorite medium.
medium? Yeah,
So I like
favorite
pen and
medium.
ink. Most of my t-shirt designs, that's what I'm kind of known for, is the pen and ink stuff. I don't paint as much as I used to, but it's acrylic work. And I've just started in the past few months, 6 months maybe, doing human trophy skulls. And they're, with the exception of the actual skull, they're all real artifacts. Bones, shells, jaw bones, whatever.
Very nice.
And I won't say one way or the other about the actual human skulls.
Okay, good.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
We might not want to know about the actual human skulls. tell me about those, Tom.
So these are, I kind of adjusted the booth from what you saw last week to give it a little bit more of a monster Halloween vibe, and which is why I made these dangly down sort of skull trophy decorations. But this painting in particular was done for a horror themed art show, and rather than do something sort of expected, I did a mashup of two of my favorite 80s movies, which, as some of you may recognize, this is Say Anything and Return of the Living Dead. So my painting is called Say Anything as Long as It's Brains. And I don't know, Tarman is just one of those iconic characters that is fun to riff on. And then I also I don't know if this is activating on the with the camera, but he's got, like, on his face,
black light paint?
Yeah, he's got black light details.
Okay.
So in the ghetto box and his face and the little details.
So some of this stuff I've never seen before. Like, I like the Mary Frankenstein.
Yeah, you know, the idea was originally came from an artist called Isabel Samaras, and her sort of shtick. She was one of the original pop surrealist artists of the generation of, like, Todd Shore and Mark Ryden, and her thing was to take characters like Batman or you know, I Dream of Jeannie, and put them in different provocative sort of situations. And another thing she did was she would do historical figures and give them some sort of pop surrealistic angle. So looking at her art, I was inspired to do, my idea was, if Frankenstein, instead of getting on a ship and going to the North Pole, had gone to the South Pacific, you know, he may have, I feel like, found kindred spirits and maybe had a different, more accepting life. So that was kind of the idea behind that painting. The Moko Frankenstein. It's called The Other.
I love it. So tell us about your artwork.
My artwork? This is my artwork here.
Okay.
And it's a lot, I would say it's more like mixed media and digital. So these two pieces are my newer pieces, and these I've had for the last few months. But yeah, they're, I would say they're just whimsical characters. Just things that I like.
Okay.
That I would buy myself. I like a little bit of everything, like surrealism and just mixed media and just a little bit of everything.
Okay. And what do we have over here?
So these are mine. This is actually my first time vending, and I made some Halloween ones for the show, and then some that are just like regular flowers too, and some bat bows as well.
Very nice. First time vending.
Yep.
Welcome to the circus.
Thank you.
All right, Devon, tell me about your artwork. Did you do anything special for this event?
I did, yes. So I made a Halloween variation of the Jungle Voodoo glass. So I did this one in orange and black colors. And so I debuted this weekend. And then also every October, I try and do one painting every day for the month of October. And so I got as far as 6. And this is the Secret Society of Halloween Themes. So we have the president, the vice president, the treasurer. This is Baby Teeth, he's the secretary. And this is Pumpkin Breath, he's the janitor. And that is Bologna Slice, and he's more like a charter member. He's the like the fan club president.
I love it. I love it.
So these are all originals, and then I've got some mini prints. earlier this year I did a Nosferatu Mai Tai glass, so this is kind of like the first non-tiki themed, you know, glass that I did, but this one's been pretty popular since I put it out. And then this is a Halloween themed glass I did a couple years ago. This is called the Bad Ones, and so it's all like the, you know, the bad omens of the, you know, the cat, the bat, and the crow. And then it's the Muay Thai, the Jungle Voodoo, and the Creep ones, and these are based on H.P. Lovecraft aquatic monsters.
Very nice. If we have viewers that would like to get some of your art, let's throw out your Instagram and your website and all that stuff.
Sure, so I'm pretty easy to find, because if you just Google Devon Devereaux, you can find me everywhere. So it's devondevereaux.com, at Devon Devereaux for Twitter, at Devon Devereaux for Instagram. I'm pretty easy to find.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Devon.
Thank you.
All right, we're calling it a night. What do you think, Mr. Clown?
Fuck that clown, it scares the shit out of me.
All right, party people, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Please tell all your friends. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And until the next one, cheers and aloha.